My name is Brenda Lee Richardson. I am the coordinator of the Anacostia Congress Heights Partnership in Washington, D.C. In my 20s, I went on the Anacostia River for the very first time. Never even noticed that when I was driving across the Frederick Douglass Bridge that there was a river. Robert Boone of the Anacostia Watershed Society took me on my first canoe ride, and it was a very spiritual experience for me to be connected to nature by water. I love forest bathing. I work with Melanie Chokas Bradley on doing more forest bathing for folks in disinvested communities so we can value the benefits of cloud watching and taking off our shoes and walking in the grass and experiencing nature through touch. I think that forest bathing is just incredibly beneficial to communities, and I call our communities disfavored because of the trauma that we experience on a daily basis. And we experience gun violence that we have no control over. There's noise pollution, I'm finally realizing, because we hear sirens every single day, either from the fire department or the police department. It was last summer. We were in the park with an international school here in the district with the Urban Forestry Division, and they did a temperature check on the concrete and then on the grass. It was astonishing what the extreme difference was between the concrete and the grass. And the scary thing is that it will always be hotter in Ward 8 than it is anywhere else in the city because our tree canopy is not as robust. I wish that others could better understand the importance of paying attention to the environment and taking better care of Mother Earth. I think that climate change is a response from Earth saying that you haven't taken good care of me, so look at what you've done. Mother Earth, I call her she didn't do it, we did. And when I look at the communities that I work in, folks are trying to dodge bullets and keep food on the table. So thinking green is just something else they don't have time to add to their plate. So I try to create things that are more interesting to our community and not to take a cookie cutter approach to educating them on the environment. I love trees. And I've learned that trees are like the connector to everything in the environment, including us. And I just love the idea that I was able to read this book and understand how important trees are and what an incredible contribution they've made in history since the beginning. And that's why I understand why urban forestry doesn't allow you to cut down a tree unless you have a legitimate reason to do so. The ripples of the water. When I'm on the river, I take lots of boat rides. There's something about the rippling of the water that I find very comforting. And even though you hear the birds and sometimes the boat, you can hear the motor on the boat, but when we stop and you just hear the ripples of the water, I'm just so grateful. It gives me a sense of gratitude. That's what it does. That we were blessed with this natural resource that we can touch, feel, and hear.